Hi all, this is tutorial number 4 and at last, as we are waiting for, we can start making an app, our first app. So now let's begin. So I have our sample app. I just created our sample app, although I have named it memory tester. Do not get confused by that. I will be creating an app later, a more game type of app later, but for now we'll be using the name. But then for now, just I will be creating a screen, and by clicking on the button, we'll be navigating to the next screen, and we'll carry a data with our first screen input to the second screen and display it over there. And the same technique we'll be using in creating our game memory tester later. That is for the later tutorials, but for now we have to create a basic app which receives input from user in screen 1 and then displays it in screen 2. So let's get started. First of all, we need to have a UI. So this is how the apps are made. You'll be having a UI. This is where the XMLs will be working with XML, writing XML code, and then we will call all these elements into our Java code and work with them. So the actions what we perform over here can actually be coded over here and can actually function as we think. So this is the basic link between the XML files and the Java files in Android SDK. So I have created the basic look of the UI. This is the enter button, using which we can just accept the data which is entered over here. This is an edit text. Let me just delete this edit text for now and create a plain text over here. So this is a plain text, and then I want the enter button a bit below, so this gives a good look. This is fine. We'll just go ahead and edit its ID. We'll say accept data, the ID of this particular edit text box, and the button's ID is already there, enter. So when we click on enter, this data would be accepted and will be moving to the next screen. Or maybe we can just rename this to next screen, and this should look better now. Yeah, next screen. So let's accept this data and then move to the next screen. Okay, so let's just call everything into our main activity, and as I regularly do, let me just say edit text, enter digits equals, again edit text, and then find view by ID. So what we are doing over here is, I'm sorry, let me just put this out. Okay, so what we are doing over here is that we are importing the edit text into over here. The edit text what we created in main.xml, we are importing it over here. So when whatever text entered by the user can be received over here and stored in a variable. I'm sorry, just missed a D over here. And yeah, so now we need our button as well. We need to call our button. We'll just say button, and then we'll name it as enter, and again typecasting, and find view by ID. Android uses camel case. Camel case is like if you have these a full keyword, the first letter of this word is small and then it is all caps, but I like to use all small caps. Well, it's for the personal view that what you want to use. So we have called both of them. We just need to import button, and yeah, so we can actually put this data. Okay, we'll just go ahead and we can actually put all these things over here. We need and put it out. I mean, declaring it over there, we can access it over to anywhere. I'm just doing it so I have everything in one place. Control V. I'm sorry, not able to see the data. Something wrong. Okay, let it be like this only. I'm sorry. Okay, so we need to create a click listener for the button we created above, enter button. So we'll say enter dot set on click listener, and here we'll say new view dot on click listener, and see, it's wonderful. We have our code outline ready. For navigating from one screen to another, we can use intent. So we'll just say intent. What did I did wrong? Okay, intent, and let's go ahead. Say next screen is equal to new intent, and we'll get the application context over here, so we can pass it on. New get application context, and then a comma, and we have to name our next class. So I'm saying it as show text dot class. Yes, that should complete it. What is the problem? We need to import intent. Okay, we have import. We have to create a show. Okay, let us create a show text class, and yeah, we'll just say finish. So we have our show text class. We'll come back to show text class later, but for now let's just complete this data. So next screen dot put extra. Okay, put extra, and then we'll using this. Now we have used intent to move to the next screen, that is show text, but we need to pass the data what we'll be getting from edit text. For that we use the next screen intent, and then using put extra we'll send the data to show text. So we'll give a variable name over here saying text. We cannot say text, so let's say text digits, although there's not much I cannot signify this much as naming it. And then let us say okay, so now let us get the text from this particular text box. Enter digits dot get text and dot to string. So now we get the text from this particular text box and put it into this particular variable, so it can be passed on to show text, and we have to start the activity. So we'll say start activity, and then say next screen. yeah, so this should actually call the next screen, and we have some more additional things to be created. That is show text. We need to work on show text, but before that we need to create a layout. So let's just do that. Okay, so let's just create a copy of it. We can just recreate everything, but then I just do not want to waste time, and name this as show text. Okay, show text layout. Show text, we can remove this underscore, it shouldn't lie over there like that. Okay, so we have show text. We'll have some errors, we can just open and remove them. We don't need edit text, we need a large text view, so we'll just put in a large text view over here. We definitely need a button, but we'll have to rename the ID of this button, so we'll rename it to show enter text. ID of this button, oh man, we are having many errors. Show text, let me just not save it, and this text view as view text, and I will not give a text to this, just delete this text. Okay, we are having problems. What does it say? Memory tester. I guess I say Control S. Okay, there should not be much problem. Okay, and now we need to although we are not able to view the text view, we will be able to once we are able to see a text. So we need to close this particular screen as well. So for that we need another button. I'll just put it right at the bottom and name it as close. Text also has close. And what does it say? Invalid file name must contain only A to Z. Okay, so maybe there are no caps. Let's just rename it all small caps. Okay, I do not have a rename over here. Okay, let's rename it to show text layout. Show text layout, so no caps. Okay, coming back. So yeah, this is good. We'll just go back to our show text. We need to enter much, actually I would have copied from main text, but then as now I'm showing it to you, I just want to do it manually. Say extends activity. If in case Eclipse and Android SDK wouldn't be providing everything, we would have actually been doing this each and every time. So it's good to actually have all these things ready for us right at the beginning when we create the project. Override, and then we need to create a public void on create. We also have a way to create it directly while we are creating a class, but then I want to do it this way. Instance state enter. Just go back. Okay, this is where the problem is coming. we have some more things to be corrected. We need to say super dot on create saved instance test, and then go ahead, set the set content view. We need to map this layout to this particular screen. We'll do that by saying r dot layout. Actually, let me show you. Okay, so layout dot show text layout. Okay, we do have it over there. Okay, we have some problem in bundle saved instance. Need to import the bundle set. Yeah, I'm sorry, I just mistyped it. And now let us get the intent. Oh man, I just screwed it up. And yeah, this import. Actually, it's nice to do it from the base, but then as per the limited timelines, we just go for a bit of copy paste. Is equal to, now we have I dot get string extra, and here we'll give the string name what we had declared initially over here, text digits. I'm not sure if you can use a different name, just playing safe. And yeah, now we need to call our text view and initiate all of them. So I'll name my text view as show text view equals typecasting text view find view by itr dot id dot, what did I name it? Oh my god, I forgot everything. Show enter text. Okay, show enter text. I screwed it up again. Let me just enter it. Show dot show. Man, at last. Okay, so let's do it a bit faster. Button button, what should we name it? Show button. Okay, button. Let me just copy paste this part. Dot, and what was the name? Oh man, I keep forgetting again. Show enter text. Did I name both of them same? Oh, sorry. There is an error. This shouldn't be like this. Okay, I just replaced them both. Please don't do such mistakes. Just remember what you have named. Okay, so import button, import text view. You see our import keeps increasing, and just like we did before, I would add on click listener. Set on click listener, new view dot on click listener. The code is ready, and the most important part, let's give our text view some text to show. Just okay, text view some text dot set text, and we'll just name it get into text. Okay, so we have it ready. What's the problem? Okay, final final again. So we have it over here. Yeah, this should do, but then we also need to call in the second button and then do the same stuff. I'll just copy this part, and yeah, I do remember the button ID this time. Just name it as close, not as close, it's close, and and let's put this straight away. Close button, sorry, close button dot set on click listener new view dot on click listener, and we need to say finish so we can finish this particular intent or scrolling. Yeah, so we have everything in place, but then final thing, we need to include this activity in the manifest. So we'll just say activity and we'll give Android name, give the activity name, and what was the activity name? It was, we need to put a dot, show text, and yeah, we have to finally close the activity. It just auto generates. Yeah, so we have everything in place. We can just click this screen with this text, it will pop up over there. So let me just run it for you. Let's see what happens. I'm sorry, we need to be in main.java. Yeah, let's run it as Android application into our emulator. Okay, shouldn't take much time. It is taking time. Okay, so anytime now we should have, we have some errors. So that is what happens when you create apps. You have errors. So let us see what is this error. It says Java null pointer exception at. So whenever you find exceptions, actually it's happened accidentally, but then it's a good point to show to you. Whenever there are exceptions, find this line caused by, and under that find your main activity or whatever activity, and then find that line. So it says 14, so line number 20 this is, and where is our line number 14? This is line number 14. So it says that it cannot accept data from here. So let's go back and check what is the name we gave it to this. So yeah, it's all good. Accept data main activity. I'm missing something over here. Let's go back and check. Okay. Oh yeah, just figured out. This part is where we are trying to call the accept data, but then we have declared the layout. They're calling the layout over here. Although while compiling it does not throw any error, but runtime we are calling the layout items before calling the layout itself. So we should just pull this down We'll just go ahead and say enter over here and put these things over here. We need to mark it as final, and yeah, now we should be good to execute it. Let's just go back to our emulator, put the focus. So this app is a basic app which just shows you how to save, how to get data from text view and then pass it on to the next activity and close that activity after we are done. So we are onto the screen. I'll just enter some text using my keyboard and say text input first, and when I say next screen, we should go to the next screen. Yeah, now we go to the next screen. When I say show text, we should see the same text over here what we had just input. Show text, and we see, although this is dashed up, which we can modify from our show text layout as per my previous tutorials. And then when I say close, this activity should be closed and we should be moved back to our main activity. Yeah, that is what happens. Let's just give something else. Now let me write just something else and then the next screen, and now show text. You see, it's working. So we have made our first app. Congrats, and thank you for watching this video. Keep liking and please do subscribe. Thank you so much.